I come out here just to sort through things. There are all kinds of subplots and side stories that we branch off to and follow. There must be over 170 characters, but we always end up coming back to the main story, which is, well, about me, Milton Stubbs. This is my childhood home, right here in Oskaloosa, Iowa. And life was good and simple. Went to high school, had great parents. They met at Mahaska Bowling. Love at first sight. Black and white together in a small Midwestern town. Makes for an interesting time. So I ended up here, working for Bob Appleton. Great guy. First one around here to cut me a real break. Before too long, I became manager, supervising these two potato heads till they quit, got hired on in Walmart, and then suddenly disappeared. Before that, I did a summer at Sam Peronsky's used cars to help pull me out of my shell. So that brings us back to Milty's Tires, which I took over after Bob passed away unexpectedly. He said he'd leave this place to me one day. Pretty sweet, huh? It wasn't the easiest thing growing up in that town. Being a part of 3% of black folks. Everybody having this image of you. What you're supposed to be, what box you're supposed to fit into, according to them. Having a life, you know? I found myself in the Carmel Hills. It's a pretty place, right? Living down here now, amongst the suntan, the rich, and the famous. People down here is a little different. Didn't take me too long to realize that. I worked for this other guy, Oscar Wormwood, selling souvenir stuff to seaside shops and such, with the store names printed on beach blankets, coffee mugs, keychains. You get the idea. Short, sweaty type, but a real sweet guy once you get to know him. All twisted up inside, though. He had a tough life. He ended up killing himself after flying a stolen hot air balloon into the side of a mountain. And that's another story. See what I mean? It was a good life and all, with Melody at the Malibu school, me driving up and down the coast making okay money. Mel said I need to get involved in the community to combat my natural shyness, so I joined the local stage company for scene study. Ended up performing a scene for the public doing The Odd Couple. Went really well too. And put some time in with the Malibu Little League as a volunteer assistant coach. Something started to eat me up again. From inside, you know? So to get out of it, I escaped. I stole a kayak and pretended I drowned. Offshore, right here. You should have seen it. Well, I guess you will. Then I raced up this road to get away, but it only made it 10 times worse. I got hunted by the sheriffs and the lifeguards, if you could believe that. I ended up getting arrested in an orchard in Fillmore where I was hiding out, with the gun pointed right in my face. I almost became another statistic. Anyway, Mel came by the jail to bail me out with an actor friend of mine from the theater who I did the show with. I was Oscar Madison, he was Felix Unger. He's also a lawyer by day, so when we got that whole thing straightened out, Holstein went to jail. Anyway, things got better for us, but we knew we had to move. Plus I was dealing with this whole ADD thing, which is, or is it ADHD? I forget. I think I'm borderline. Crazy weird dreams though. I'm trying to get it under control. So we picked up and moved ourselves to Kauai, which is where we live now, on a boat. I should tell you, this isn't one of these shows where we break the fourth wall all the time. Just once in a while, in case things get confusing. So many people I want to introduce you to. The Plotnick twins, Marietta, a special needs kid, but she could be a real pain. Robbie Riddles, my strung out rock and roll neighbor. The Flying Fiducci brothers. The juice bar in the desert where Sal falls into a vat of mango juice. Dairy blown up, the stolen Ferrari, the stolen speedboat. Claxon House being swallowed up by a sinkhole, and I am positive that you'd be glued to the edge of your seat wondering what the hell happens next. I reckon you figured that out already, haven't you?